Thank you, Nika, for joining us. And we will open it up to questions here in the room and then take some questions on Zoom. Tim Booth, go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm wondering, I guess, first of all, how has the initial couple of days of camp gone so far?
It's been fun. It's been very competitive. A lot of learning, a lot of new things, a lot of being challenged, feeling challenged. But overall, just getting to know everybody on and off the court, everybody in the program, the players, the coaches, just, kind of connecting to them and figuring out those relationships. So it's been a lot, but I like it. It's fun and competitive.
And you were probably asked this on draft night, but in case you weren't, how did you see sort of the conversation about where your draft placement was going to end up being change after that national semifinal game where you essentially guarded Caitlin the entire night?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like in my life, and that goes to that game and everything before the draft itself, I never thought of myself as ever being at the draft. I never thought of myself ever getting drafted. I'm not saying I didn't believe in it or didn't, work hard towards it. It was just something that seemed so far away and so much bigger than me that I was just kind of like, I kind of learned how to take it day by day and, just put my head down and work and be focused on each day at a time. So, didn't have any expectations of myself, didn't listen to other people's expectations of where I'm going to end up. It was more likely of me just, focusing on day by day. And I feel like that's my mentality and like how I approach the whole situation is the product of like me being at the draft in the end and just kind of finishing that whole story with like a happy ending, if I can say it that way. So,
Nika, welcome to Seattle, first off.
thank you.
How difficult or what of a challenge is it in the WNBA in general, even being a draft pick, trying to make a final roster?
Yeah. I mean, I can only tell you about half the challenges because I'm not on the roster yet and I haven't played a game yet. So, I'd say a lot of expectations, a lot of pressure. Women's basketball is being watched more than ever. And I would be lying to say if there wasn't that pressure behind all those people, having expectations. But just trying to stay present, trying to stay focused. I come from a place where there is a lot of pressure. UConn, it's a lot of expectations over there. So I've kind of gotten used to things like that. But overall, being at the camp for a couple of days, you're just thrown into a lot of stuff. Season is so quick. I was talking to Sammy the other day, and I was just like, I feel like I played against Iowa yesterday. It's really what it feels like, and just kind of shifting from old teammates to new teammates, from old coaches to new coaches, from a whole new system. You're just thrown into it, and some people might find it, very draining and stressful, which it is. But I try to shift my mindset and look at it as another challenge and something that I can learn from and something that I can, ultimately get better at. So that's been my mentality. And, I have great support from my coaches and teammates, and they answer all my questions. I'm being very annoying, trying to be as annoying as I can. But they're super patient, super understanding, and I mean, just have great people around me here. So thankful for that.
Also, welcome to Seattle. And I know you're still trying to make this team, and it's been fun to watch your interactions back and forth with Sue Bird as well. I know it's been talked about a lot, but for you, UConn all 4 years, that's really rare nowadays. But to be able to be coached by this Gino Auriemma and to basically have that in the NIL era where everyone is transferring and leaving, what are the biggest benefits in your opinion?
Of me being coached by him and being at UConn for years?
Yeah.
Thank you, first of all. I would say I'm a very loyal person, and I'm not saying people that are transferring are not loyal people or loyal players. Everybody's got different experiences. Everybody's got different situations that they're thrown into. Me personally, I was extremely blessed, and just to be able to have amazing atmosphere around me at all times, even through the bad times and the good times. And have I thought about transferring? Hell yeah. You have a bad practice, you have a bad game, coach yells at you, you're fighting with coach. and you're just like, I'm gonna transfer, but I would never do it, you know? And I feel like me staying even through the bad times and the good times, in one place and trying to, you know, accomplish that one thing that everybody has in mind, that same goal. I was lucky enough to have teammates that have the same goals, and, you know, teammates that celebrate each other and teammates that are happy for each other at all times, no matter how much you play or not play. So I feel like all those things kind of just fed me even more and motivated me even more to get better every day, even through the bad times. But I mean, I was surrounded by, I mean, the best coach ever. Such historic coaches and legends of the game, and like the coaches that used to play at UConn, and just like feel the energy, know what it's like, know the bad sides, know the good sides of playing there. And I was in great hands. So I was blessed in that part, but also, you know, I'm just me, myself, and I, and how I am and how I know I would never transfer. You know, once I'm with somebody and once I'm loyal to them, I'm sticking. But to each their own, of course. Every situation is different, and I can't speak for people that are in different situations. I'm sure, you know, they decide what's best for them. So, but me personally, I decided to stay, of course.
And then just the biggest difference, one of the first things you noticed from college to WNBA on the court.
The difference? Ooh. Very physical, much more contacts allowed, which I like. I like that a lot. 6 fouls, honestly, I had no idea that is the case. So I'm like, okay, I'm very excited about that. But I feel like Coach Noelle is so different than all the coaches that I've previously had. She's so calm. She's really she's such a poised coach, and I love that energy. You know, she's my first female head coach that I've ever had in my life, and I just love it, and I love her energy, and she just brings a calmness to this team. You know, we're all new, and it's a lot being thrown at us. You know, a lot of new plays, new names. I feel like the dictionary has been the hardest part for me, because we run a lot of same things. You always see the same things, right? But the calls are different, the words are different. So just trying to shift my mindset. Also the language barriers sometimes, you know, it's just like a lot for me in my brain. But just trying to take time and, you know, sit down with the coaches, ask questions, sit down by myself and like learn it, and, you know, be persistent in it and study it, and I'll be good. But that's been a big difference.
Hey there, in 2 days you play your first WNBA game. Just your thoughts sort of going into it. Do you think it'd be nervous, and the things that the goals that you have for yourself in that game would be what?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited. I feel like we all are. You know, you can feel the excitement, you can feel the energy on the court. Everybody's very impatient, like positively waiting for that game, and it's just, you know, it's the first one, and I know the amount of mistakes that we make or don't make is, you know, it's not gonna be like, oh, it's okay, it's the first game, but it is the first game, and, you know, everybody's, you know, still getting to know each other. We're trying to figure out the chemistry, which is going so well, and, you know, just at the end of the day, work hard and communicate. I feel like that's been our motto for the past couple of days. There's a lot of new guys, even the vets are new. So just making sure that we communicate to each other at all times and be patient with each other, and learn and just go hard and play hard, because if you go hard and play hard, I feel like you can fix a lot of mistakes. And I feel like that's our mindset going into that game too. But overall, I feel like we're just all super excited. You know, we can't wait to get going, and I'm excited. I don't know what that's gonna be like. I'm excited to see.
If you do make the roster, your role would be what, do you think? What do you think your role would be?
I feel like first and foremost, my energy, you know, being loud, being vocal, that's one of the things that I enjoy doing, and I feel like I'm really good at, you know, just maintaining that part of the game, being vocal, being energetic, you know, celebrating my teammates, celebrating my coaches, just being that positive thing, that spark in that sense. But then of course the things that I do well and I'm good at, defense, you know, I feel like defensively I can help this team a lot. Obviously I have some legends on the court, record breakers, that like great scorers on the team. I want to get them the ball, and I want to create plays for them, and I want to put them in the best possible situations for them to be successful. And I've always enjoyed doing that, and I feel like I was doing that really well at UConn. So it's kind of like the same thing for me. I had a lot of scores, a lot of good players in the perimeter and the post at UConn. It's the same way here. So just kind of shifting that same role. Thank you.
All right, let's take a couple questions quick from Zoom. And while we have time, we'll start with Maggie and then we'll go to Emily Adams. Maggie, go ahead.
Hey Nika, good to see you again.
Hello.
Going back to Gino, I'm sure you saw your video, your goodbye video with him went absolutely viral. Very emotional. Kind of going back to his impact on you outside of basketball, away from the court, how did he impact you as a person?
Yeah, woo. Going straight to it. Yeah, first of all, I just want to clear it up. I did not know that was gonna be a video. So I was very surprised to see it on my timeline, because it was a very personal and raw moment. But once I saw the positive outreach and how many people it impacted in a certain way, especially coaches, you know, I feel like I've heard a lot of coaches express their feelings of how they wish or they remember or they just kind of shared the same energy of having that relationship with their players. So that was pretty cool to, you know, see that positive feedback and outreach. But he has impacted me so much. Honestly, I've been away from my family for 4 years, and people at UConn, you know, my teammates, coaches, everybody in the program did a great job of filling in that hole for me. But he was the main one that did it, you know, and been through everything, you know. I've had some bad moments, me personally, you know, off the court, throughout my 4 years there, and he was the first one to notice it, and he was the first one to react to it. And people see on the court stuff and how much I've progressed through 4 years, which is huge, and I'm forever thankful to him and everybody that helped me get to the point. But off the court, he's done so much more for me and kind of been that, you know, we call him Grampy. He's been that Grampy for me. He has. And he's been my best friend through so many situations. Yeah, we fight, of course. Like, we've had our moments, but he's filled in that hole of my family, you know, being away for 4 years.
Thank you.
Thanks, Maggie. And let's wrap up with Emily Adams. Emily, go ahead.
Hey, Nika. Getting to go to dog class right before you left for training camp. Just what was that experience like for you? And I mean, what's the biggest things you found yourself applying, you know, since you've started on the team?
Yes. No, oh my God. That was one of the best experiences of my life, hands down. It was so much fun. And when I was at the draft, going through the whole process, I got the invite from Kelsey and Under Armour. And I was just like, man, like, it's just back to back everything. You know, I've been at the Final Four, and now I'm going through the draft process. Now this, and I gotta get ready for the camp. Like, should I go? Should I not? But I was like, you know what? It was built around Kelsey's life, like the camp itself, like how she does things as a pro. And I was like, there is no better way for me to, you know, go to training camp and get prepared for training camp than to go over there and learn from the best, right? And being surrounded with so many younger players that are already impacting the game and are gonna be impacting the game in the future. It's just been so competitive, but it's also been fun and just relaxing, and I could get my mind off of a lot of things that were, you know, stressing me out at the time. But to be able to learn from Kelsey, and you know, I was also annoying with her too. I was trying to ask as many questions as I can, and she is such a great role model, and not a lot of players do things like this, and she definitely takes her time to, you know, make an impact and give back. And I felt it, and I think she prepared me so well for this, and I have no regrets going, even though, you know, my schedule was so crazy. But learning from her and playing amongst some great players, it's been a great experience. And we had puppies. Come on, that was just puppy yoga. That was the best. I loved it.
All right. Thanks, Nico. Appreciate your time. And we
Thank
will have Sammy and Ezzy coming in here in just a moment.